Hello everyone, welcome to Astrological Association Astro Chat. What I'm going to talk about today? Well, today we have Libra full moon, and full moon just kicking early this morning in the 3 a.m. And it is a very interesting full moon, isn't it? Because on the Aries and Libra axis, and it's about you and I. So today I'm going to focus on this, but also I'm going to share some my knowledge about a comet. You probably already heard about a comet probably going to appear in the sky after Easter. But most important, I'm going to share with you the super important information is the conference. Yes, the Astrological Association Conference 2026 is open to register. This conference will host in the Eastwood Hall in Nottingham in UK, but you can also join us online, and the time is from the 17th of September to the 20th of September. Come to join us in Nottingham this year. We have so many lines up. My dear friend Louisa Sengot, and then Tony Howard and Lynn Bell will be there. And we also have so many astrologers come to join us, share their study, their knowledge. And the theme of this year is Faith in the Future. So come to join us in Nottingham, especially if you book before 31st of May, you are going to enjoy up to £200. You are going to save £200. So come to join us, okay? This is an amazing occasion to meet astrologer, to meet each other, and a bit networking, a bit socializing together, okay? Come to join us. But well, today I'm going to focus on the Libra full moon. As we know, the full moon is more about the achievement, and we are going to see what we done before, and now we can see the result is reveal what we worked before. Especially the theme will be on the Aries and the Libra theme. So this is about you and another person, or I and we, or I and us. So we are more focused on the like a relationship, marriage, or maybe partnership. Not only just about personal relationship. It could be the work, how we work with each other, how we balance with each other's in a life. But it's also about the reflection, how we see ourselves in the relationship, how we see ourselves when we work with other people. Do I really working all the time, and or do I really just like always complain about someone else? This is a very interesting moment going to see this Libra full moon. But also another thing could be about justice, about the law, about order, because Libra is related to justice, fairness. Is this fair? Okay, so quite interesting a few things about the relationship we can see at this moment. But also especially this full moon formed a very interesting cardinal T-square with Jupiter. So cardinal T-square bring the immense energy. It push forward. It make us say, I'm going to do something. I couldn't hold back. So for example, because Jupiter has the potential of exaggerate or expand. Okay, look on the bright side. We want to use this full moon to expand our social environment. Maybe going out more, maybe hanging out with friends, maybe go to explore something like we never see, especially in Europe, and I think in North America. It is the Easter holiday at this moment, so tomorrow will be Good Friday. Do you have any plan? Do you have any plan to hang out with friends, going out with people? Share with me. Let me know. What's your plan? Okay, and it is quite interesting, and I suggest all of us just plan something, going out, try something new. In UK, this morning was quite cold, but suddenly we have sunshine coming out and the weather is so good. Everyone want to go in now. I bet there's a lot of people going out tonight. And, just look at it. It's so beautiful. So maybe tonight we have a clear sky to see the moon. So don't forget to watch the moon too, okay? You maybe will see. And also, I think if you are further north, because at this moment, the solar activity is quite strong. I just noticed there is a aurora notification about the I think if we are lucky, we also can see some aurora northern light tonight. So what amazing! We got a full moon, we got the aurora, but I know with my experience with full moon, you're barely to see aurora, to be honest, because the moonlight will block out the light, okay? But yes, it is very interesting. In this new moon chart, not only the full moon chart, in this full moon, not only the full moon formed a T-square with Jupiter, but I think the sun is also formed a semi-square with Uranus. So, now, it's interesting. We have full moon from the T-square with Jupiter, and the sun is aspect to Uranus. So what does that mean? Both Jupiter and Uranus has a quality of freedom, set as free and also future oriented. So we are going to think about our own future, collective future. Especially, look quite interesting because yesterday, NASA in United States just launched the Artemis 2, the project. So all these astronauts are going to travel to the moon and come back if they success. And they will be the 4 people in the history has the longest distance from the Earth. How interesting this is going to happen. And last time NASA launched the space shuttle was something like 2011. And the last time the moon mission was 50 years ago. Wow, that is immense. So we are going to think about our collective future, isn't it? And it is very interesting because when we talk about technology, many people aware about we are full of AI technology, take a lot of advance. It's very different today. And how are you going to use AI? How are you going to work with AI? That's another thing. Maybe AI become your partner. How are you going to work with AI? Okay, that is a very, very interesting. Another thing draw my attention is the Mars in the current chart. Have you noticed for last couple days, Mars was appear like unexpected Mars. In the astrology, I mean, Mars have formed the kind of minor aspect with Chiron, and from time to time Mars aspect with Moon. But most of the time Mars appear unexpected. So what does unexpected Mars mean? It is very interesting because when a planet appears unexpected in our chart, it makes us trying to reach out, trying to grab that energy, trying to ask ourselves our relationship with that planet. So during this week, we probably keep asking ourselves our relationship with energy, with our physical energy, with activity. And also with maybe how we express ourselves, how we show our strengths, how we protect us, and also how we express our anger. Okay, if you are not happy, what are you going to do? Because unexpected Mars is nagging us, keep asking you a lot of questions. It's like, why me? Why are you not angry? Or why are you angry? Or what are you going to do? Are you going out or not? Are you going to do more activity or not? Well, maybe, but I ask all these questions quite a lot of time because I want to lose weight. So I keep asking myself, should I do more exercise during this time? So this is quite interesting, the unexpected Mars. And if you're living in UK, you probably notice the important news, especially in South London, not far from me, in Clapham area. The teenagers, just because they are in a school holiday, and the last weekend they started kind of a mob, and they occupy all the restaurants in the Clapham area. Clapham High Street. And yesterday, Tuesday, they did it again. And then please send out, Scotland Yard send out 100, please try, kind of, ask them to move away, to leave. And they make a race to how many people? I think three or six teenage girl has been arrested. I was thinking this is related to that, this recent Sun aspect square with Jupiter and the full moon from T square with Jupiter and the Sun aspect with Uranus. We want to do something different. We want to be free. And they want to say, we want to be free, and we don't want the order. We don't want you to tell us what we do. We just want to have fun. And sometimes this is with this semi-square of Uranus is a little bit over the top, a little bit too much. So yeah, I mean, at least if we ask ourselves, I want to be free, and I don't want to follow the rule, or I'm urged to do something, maybe just double check. Am I, over the top? Am I doing it a little bit too much? Should I, moderate it? Okay. So this is this full moon. We have a very interesting full moon from the T square with Jupiter, and also the Sun is kind of semi-square with Uranus. So it's very interesting energy. Is quite exciting, and urge you to take the action. But with that unexpected Mars, sometimes you just you either say, no, I'm not going to do it. Or sometimes you keep searching. You just should I do something? Should I do more? Or just do it? I don't care. And this is a very interesting full moon for the next 28 days that we should notice that we focus on the relationship, our relationship with another person equally, okay? With our partner, could be our colleague, could be our partner in our life, and could be with our business partner too. So we keep asking, is this fair? And what we are going to achieve together? Do we share the common goal, like Jupiter in the Cancer? Ask ourselves, are we focused on our, something that going to benefit both sides? And is this fair? Because Jupiter is also about the law and, about the how we see the world. So with this Jupiter make a T square with full moon, maybe we are going to consider about the fairness, justice, and the law. All these kind of things, try to bring the order. And I really hope this Libra full moon will also make us dialogue, because it's the air sign. Air sign is about the rational, is about the dialogue, thinking about the peace. We see the world at this moment, the world in the Middle East, not only just the world, is also cost the life and cost the economy. And then, are we going to living together with this, or are we willing to starting the dialogue, talk to each other, and trying to make the balance, and trying to find out what is the best for us in the future. As I promised, I'm going to talk a little bit about the comet, and you probably already heard about people talking about the comet, or some people call it Easter comet, because yes, the comet at this moment, as I know, they shows the magnitude 7 is not able to see by our naked eye yet. But the comet will reach its perihelion on the 4th of April, so on a Saturday. And after that point, if comet survive, we are able to see it. We are able to see it after sunset. The best place to see it is lower latitude and the south hemisphere, because this comet is around the celestial equator area. So for North Hemisphere, you can see it, but it's very close to the horizon. Okay. For example, you are like me in London. It would be very difficult to see, but it's like after sunset and you look the southwest direction, on the 5th of April. The first condition, comet has to survive because this comet is called a cruise sun grazer. And it's this type of comet usually very, very close to the sun, very, very close to the sun. And as it's too close to the sun, it has huge risk to break apart. Most comet does this. So it break apart and we cannot see it. However, if luckily or unluckily, this comet survive after passing the perihelion, now we are going to see it from the 5th of April after sunset, and it could be super bright. It could be super bright. So, and some prediction even say it could be seen during the daytime as bright as Venus. Well, just keep finger closed, because it would be an interesting, things to see. A daylight comet is kind of exciting, but however, the ancient people didn't like comet. We know that comet is a bad omen. Depend on the shape, depend on the type of comet. But mostly comet bring the bad news, and so the as I'm the expert, I just recently published the book Comet in Astrology. I'm not here for advertising. I'm just share my knowledge about the comet. So what we're going to see? Okay, we're going to see the when will be the first time we see the comet, and where it is, what degree, what sign it is. So if we can see comet on the 5th of April, comet would be at something like around 18 degree Aries. So it's in the sign, zodiac sign, tropical zodiac sign of Aries. Well, fire sign, could be action, could be violence, could be heat, could be fire, could be explosion. And we know what happened in the Middle East. We know what happened in Israel. We know what happened in Ukraine. If comet being visible, then that would be the scale of the war and violence can go another higher level. Well, I hope not. And then if we can see comet a few days after, comet will move into Taurus, then that related to financial matter, related to the agriculture, and also related to food. So we should keep an eye on it. But it is all depend on whether we can see comet with our naked eye or not. Okay, so there is a condition. First, we have to see it, and then then we can make a forecasting or prediction. But from the sky's view, this comet is moved from the constellation. Now I'm not talking about tropical zodiac. Now I'm talking about constellation in the sky. A comet will first appear around the Pisces, the belt of Pisces. So it's about connection, about emotional connection, find the feelings, or about the people bound to each other, linked to each other. But it is also maybe, it's a Pisces, maybe related to ocean, shipment, and maybe the fish, and water resource, float, and maybe ocean pollution. All these kind of things worth us to pay attention. And very soon, comet will move to another constellation called Cetus. Here, I'm talking about the sky, not talking about tropical zodiac. Okay, Cetus is constellation, usually represent the sea monster. Let's see in the mythology, in the Greek mythology, this sea monster going to swallow the Princess Andromeda. So what does that mean? Well, it could be related to swallow. It could be related to the sea mammal, all the creature all the animal in the sea, fish, dolphin, whale, okay, they may face some dangerous or challenge or certain issue related to ocean, deep ocean, okay? But metaphysical meaning of this constellation is related to what we bury under our deep unconsciousness, those fear and those deep, powerful emotion may going to release. And this is one of the comet's character, release the collective fear. And that could be the double whammy comet passed through the Cetus constellation. So with all this together, if we can see comet after east, then we should be pay attention with the world maybe going to expand, and the food crisis and financial crisis, the energy crisis maybe will force us to pay a little bit more attention. I know I have so many friends keep asking, when is this going to stop? My dear friend Christine Skinner say, I don't think it will stop very soon. And I agree with her. I'm not saying to use her mouth, but I agree. This situation from the astrological view is not going to end very soon. So we should prepare. We should brace ourselves for the more, a little bit more severe and serious situation. Okay, so be prepared. But I'm talking about if we can see the comet. But if we couldn't see the comet, well, you know what? Just let us focus on this beautiful Libra full moon. It's also pink moon, right? So focus on our relationship. Focus on our relationship with our partner, our business partner, our colleague, and is that fair, and how we treat each other, and what is my position in this relationship, and what I offer in this relationship, but what I get in this relationship. Is this relationship well balanced, or is this a relationship client to somewhere, someone take more job and someone didn't. Okay, these are very interesting things worth us to pay attention with this Libra full moon, especially if formed a T-square. If formed a T-square with Jupiter, maybe, Jupiter in Cancer, so maybe some family business going to involve with the partnership. Wow, that usually it's not easy. I know for most of the situation, when the couple has handled the issue or business with whole family, usually it is more complicated. So just prepare. But also, as this form is sun, as a sun and the moon square Jupiter and the sun semi-square Uranus, so we want a little bit more freedom. And we want to be creative. Why not use this energy to be creative, or organize some trip, a surprise trip, go somewhere you've never been to and try something new. You may go into surprise yourself and have some new idea, or even more. Like I say, the conference starts from 17th of September, and the register is already open. Go to visit Astrological Association website /conference 2006, and you will see the itinerary, you will see conference speaker, and also if you book before the 31st of May, you have chance to save a lot of money. So why not book now? Okay, well, this is the road, and this is today's astro chart for the Astrological Association. Next week is me again. I'm so sorry. Next week, if we see the comet, I will give you more detail about the comet. But if there's no comet, well, we'll talk about something else. All right? All right. Thank you so much to spend your time with me. And let me know what you like to hear next week. Okay? Write it down and send it to me, so I will prepare it for you. All right? Thank you very much. And I see you next week. Bye-bye.